My name's Galen Manning, and I've come here and I'm visiting from the United States. I work for a company called iSchool. I'm the CTO for the company. I've been working with connected classrooms and Apple devices in a one-to-one environment in schools for a little over 3 years now. We were already most of the way through a Colubris build using an HP ProCurve wireless controller, and we'd already ordered it. It was basically installed. We were running on a full gigabit network with fiber runs. We felt like we had installed some of the finest components that we knew of at the time. But the issue that we had is that we had 675 students, and every one of those students had a MacBook. We dealt very early on for the first 3 months of school with these rolling blackouts and brownouts, and I spent a lot of my time rebooting access points. I would find the radio that had quit broadcasting because too many people had tried to associate to it. The typical classroom activity was being guided by typical classroom teachers, and teachers have a tendency to ask entire groups of students to do the same thing at the same time. And in a wireless environment, that can really be a headache. We talked with a lot of different people, and we met one representative from Extricom while we were there. And I'd never heard of Extricom. I didn't have any idea. I'd never heard of a channel blanket. I was only really aware of one type of wireless. I knew that most of the wireless that I saw, if not all the wireless I saw, was really the same technology replicated again. And we started to watch some of the ports on the Ethernet, and we started to actually get some of these classrooms switched over into the Extricom system. We'd taken down the Colubris network. I mean, we very easily passed the number of associations we were dealing with before, and we could get all the clients to connect. They were all connecting. All of a sudden, that wasn't even the problem. It wasn't about just maintaining an association to an access point. It was about, okay, now how much throughput can we really push to these? The next day, I ran the entire school wirelessly. When we decided to begin to deploy Extricom in all of our schools, after we found a wireless environment that just works, the way that we intend our computer systems and our iPads and any of our instructional equipment to just work. We made the decision, and we decided to partner with Extricom and to deploy this in all of our schools, and it was one of the best decisions I've made in this company, and it's been what's allowed us to also do what we do. We're able to develop things and have very high expectations for these wireless environments. Extricom is a major contributor. It is a major component in this entire connected classroom. They're passing files and running this whole quiz, and there's no way that this could work in another environment. It couldn't work in the environment that we came from, that we were working in before we found out about Extricom. If we couldn't just be confident that the wireless is just going to be there, and the kids don't have to worry about it. They don't have to associate to another SSID. We don't have to ask them to switch into another network or something like that. A kindergartner or a first grader doesn't even want to deal with connectivity issues. They want to turn it on, produce something, and share it. We have very high loads and very high expectations for the wireless environments in these cases. We make assumptions that we could never make with other technology. We couldn't do this without the channel blanket architecture that we have in these classrooms. My support staff is relatively limited because Extricom support staff is very well staffed. I don't need to worry about some of these issues. We can create and we can replicate environments in all sorts of different areas and in all sorts of different places, and we don't have to worry about whether we'll be able to run our apps or run some of these applications that we talk about in our trainings in the school when the installation is finished. It'll just work. And as soon as we supply these classrooms with those types of tools, then that's when the magic starts, right?